Okay, we've been meaning to do this for quite a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I should have remembered my smoking jacket.
Oh, next time.
Of
I
course.
remember though, but that's because I live here.
That's the difference. Me returning your stuff, that was long overdue, man.
Yeah,
But-
I trust you.
No worries. We had stuff.
You've added stuff to the collection, and you've held on to stuff forever, so it's no big deal.
Okay, so anything new since we last met back in Halloween?
Oh, so much. Attack on Titan, Adam West. I'm working on something else. I'm gonna do the Blue Ghost from Avatar.
Oh, sweet.
And there's something else I just purchased. I have a new Green Lantern. It's a puffy rubies, but it looks cool. There was one other thing that I put together using a morph suit of some sort, and I can't remember what it is now. My Lord Zed from Power Rangers. It now has the scepter, and I will show that off, but I can't let you touch it because the paint is so fragile.
We'll leave it be. Well, when he's ready to post it on his Instagram channel or Facebook
I
page,
should do that more. I
he'll
don't
do
post
that.
enough.
Basically, all right, whenever we get together, we always do cigar review videos.
Yay!
This is this day, so that I've been wanting to do this months ago, but it hasn't happened.
Well, I've been busy, you've been busy, and then my next month is just packed. I've got a con every weekend, and I'm traveling. And
Trust me, I'm in the same boat. I got 2 concert trips and
Ooh.
Shock Stock coming up.
oh yeah, I will be somewhere else instead of Shock Stock. So
I'll be going
every
to,
weekend with that.
Yeah, I'll be in Toronto at the Danforth to see V&V Nation, so I'll be looking forward to that. I have a DVD. I hope it gets signed.
Nice.
What else? Then after that, Shock Stock, and then just after that, Lords of Acid for the second time.
Nice.
And that, just like the first time, that will be VIP because every so often you got to treat yourself and you got to have a bit of fun.
Yep, that's true.
Um,
That's true.
So since we've discussed what we got coming up in the next couple months, let's go to cigars.
Yay!
All right, so the cigars I got, hard to see from here. It's from Barbacoa here in London, Ontario. It's just down the road from you.
Ooh, local.
Yeah, there's only 2 cigar shops here in town, but this is one of the ones. I mean,
And I live by one. That's
Yeah.
convenient.
it's a pretty decent one. I recommend seeing them. They're great guys.
Yeah, actually, that's right down the street from me.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have my matches because I left them at home.
I might have a match or 2, but I can't promise that.
If you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. We've got the lighters. Ideally, the matches would be preferable.
Ooh.
Are those matches?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have
got
matches. All right. That's the only way to light a cigar, unless you have like a nice looking torch thing. Then that's a better way. Basically, we're smoking a couple torpedoes from a Canadian cigar company. This will be the second cigar company from Canada we've smoked from. The first one was Correnti. This is Dominion Cigars. The brand we're smoking is Black Lotus Limited Edition 2023. So they were made only for just for last year. 2024, big year for Dominion Cigars. It's their 10th anniversary, so this is a huge deal, especially for the cigar market in Canada. What else? Projected and originally slated for 2022, their eighth year anniversary, but they let it age for a full year. Produced at the Plasencia Family Cigar Factory in Honduras, so that's a pretty notable one right there. Edition Black Lotus 6 and 634. I'm bad with math. I'm not going to worry too much about math, so I'll
6 3/4 times
by 28 by
28.
54 by 42. Solomon Vitola encompasses many of the same great tobacco used in regular release Black Lotus, but with the added box age. This blend has a deep richness and faint undertone of dark molasses, a little bit of spice of the hop pulling this cigar, a medium plus to full body, available at Canadian tobacconists near you. Yeah, if you're getting these, like I said, get them at Barbacoa. That's where I got them, and I want to make sure that they get the plug for it.
Absolutely.
So This is limited edition. I don't think we've ever had a limited edition cigar.
Not yet.
All right. And it's a torpedo.
Just like in the comics or in the cartoons.
Oh, wow. You can smell the molasses.
Is that what that is?
That's what the description was.
Oh, that is what that is. It's reminding me of like molasses cookies from my childhood.
Really? What are those? What were those like? I've never had them.
Not a big fan of them, to be perfectly honest, but hopefully this will be a much better experience.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get.
Yours is way different than mine.
Did you get a label?
It's still in there.
Hey, Pantor. Yeah. Basically, kind of hard to tell, but this is kind of the band and the label.
Yeah, I think my band and my label are still.
They're in there.
There we go.
Yeah, don't worry. This is not like the Filthy Hooligan. But no, it's a cool label. I love the design. The artwork is amazing.
Actually, I'm going to keep that. That's nice.
Oh, do it. It sucks with the plain labels when it comes to the cigars market here in Canada, but it's what we got to deal with. And let's face it, there's no 19-year-olds going to a cigar shop looking for premium cigars. Most of them don't even have the funds for it.
No, they'll only do it when they watch a movie that, like, the main character smokes a cigar, and they'll be like, "Oh man, I want to just look like Hugh Jackman."
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bands myself. So, got an ashtray. Got to cut the end. Gonna cut this end because I figure why not.
Move the ashtray to the middle because we're both gonna need it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll need it. You're one of those elitists that like does not tip his ash until it's like doing it of his own accord.
Hey, Tom has called me Captain Longash.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that's kind of an unofficial nickname. Wow, that's incredible. I know you're not keen on molasses, but it's just got such a pleasant scent to it.
Ooh, I like that.
That's really nice. What's your thoughts on the initial draw?
At first I was a little hesitant because, like, molasses, but the first draw actually, it really smells good. Like, I'm not saying gingerbread-esque, but very, very less pungent than I was expecting. So that's a great.
I was thinking just because of how dark this cigar is, I'm probably thinking like Havana Club 7.
It's an excellent roll. You can see the individual leaf fiber. Like,
yeah.
It is very nice. And it's flat. Like, it's you can see the spiral of the roll, and it's smooth. Like, you can't even tell there's a lip there because you can see the line because it's obviously not the same
yeah, and they
texture, but that is. How long did you say?
They aged it for an extra year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And this is limited edition Black Lotus 2023. So I'm not exactly sure how many of them are out. So basically it's like this. Once they're gone, they're gone.
No, they don't make them anymore.
Like, I have a cigar from another shop. They discontinued it.
Oh.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm not waiting for the right occasion. It's just, it just hasn't happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any dark rum, any
that would work. Yeah, dark rum would work with this totally. I'll pick some up next time. I think I said that last time. I don't think we had drinks last time. But.
No worries. When we do another video down the road, we'll get this all figured out.
We'll plan it out. We just kind of like, hey, let's get together this week, okay?
No, but I'm really glad we finally got to do this.
Yeah, it's always great seeing you, bud.
Oh, same here.
I had to catch up with the drama in my life and hearing about the drama in your life. And,
anyway. I know a lot of people strive to be drama-free, but I have a feeling that's something that's not.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way. And you have to make, not acceptance, but adaptability. You have to make adaptability key to dealing with all of it.
Yeah, if there's certain things you just can't do for whatever rhyme or reason, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah,
You
you move on to the next thing.
Yeah, you basically just stay back in the sidelines and just sort of plan for the next time.
But Sky, I can't give up on my goals. I went to school for this. Yeah, but it's not working. Move on. Try something else that does work, that does make you money, that does make you happy, that doesn't cause you to stress the frick out.
Yeah, to give you an example, last year, not last year, but just recently in the last bunch of months, the deadline's coming up for it, but I'm going to live by the decision. The photos I've taken last year, they were terrible. I'm not going to lie to you. And I didn't
win any awards, did you?
No, it's just I didn't feel that it was in my best interest to submit subpar work to the,
you said you
to
weren't
the iPhone
submitting.
Photography Awards. It's just I looked at everything I took. I was like, no, I'm not happy with this. I'm gonna work on getting better, not only health wise, which is also tied in with physically, but I'm also going to work on getting better with my photography. Because if
Goals.
if this year turns to be another year where I have crap photography, I'm not going to submit, plain and simple.
Fair enough.
Because it's just, if you submit bad work, your name is tied to it forever.
So as a photographer, do you is your goal to find a good subject to record, to immortalize, or do you actually come up with things that you want to take a picture of?
It's a little column A, column B.
Okay.
I try to look for the right subject. I try to look for the right right spot to photograph. I try anything and everything.
Have you done what's the word? I think it's called a maquette or a staged photo where I've seen these amazing photographs, and how they're done is they're done with action figures, very posable ones. And the photographer sets them up on the ground or something like that, and then when he takes the picture of them, he has a shot of dust or a shot of wind or some fire effects or a sparkler or something going on in the background. So when the picture is shot, a splashing puddle sometimes. When the picture is shot, they look they don't really look like action figures anymore. It looks kind of like he's up close and personal, and this is a really funny or scary or...
I've been more or less trying to get into more of that lately.
Yeah?
Lately, the one thing I've noticed is I've been seeing a lot of cool cyberpunk style photos, and I've been trying to my hardest with that.
Your old buddy Sky's got some stuff he can lend you. I've got a Blade Runner umbrella. I've got these
nice
LED glasses that are you're pimping when I'm wearing these.
Nice. I have some ideas. I did it with because I'm recording it with one phone. I did it with another phone, and also with one of my lens balls.
Ooh, the lens ball. That's always fun.
Yeah, it's really hard to do when you're just a one-man show.
Yeah.
But you got to make it happen regardless.
Yeah, that's a list of all my cyberpunk stuff you can borrow.
All right, let's have a look. Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm thinking there's a lot of back alleys I wouldn't mind trying this.
Oh, dude, there's so many. As long as there's neon in the shot somewhere, you're golden. There's I think there's an Indian food place down on Dundas, and it looks like your standard nice shop out front, but they got some neon signs on their
oh, of course,
on their open sign and everything like that. So you have a cute girl with multicolored hair wearing some of this electronic stuff I have with that neon in the background all blurry. You got yourself get some rain. You do it during in April. You gotta do it when it's raining in April.
Oh, I know. I know exactly what you mean. I do have some ideas, even the lighting in Spaghetti Alley.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have those Asian lanterns hanging.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and that is just classic. I just saw this amazing documentary on YouTube. It was a a channel that exclusively analyzes the different types of architecture in the world and in fictional worlds. I haven't really watched those ones, but I was introduced to this thing called the Walled City of Oolong or something. I think I'm butchering that. I don't think it's Oolong. I think it's Kyong. Oh, it's an Asian city, and basically every dystopian cyberpunk thing you've ever seen copied this city. It doesn't exist anymore. They destroyed it. It was like getting dilapidated, but it's such an amazing thing. In fact, after we're done shooting, I really want to show it to you just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I definitely would like that.
It was incredible. Apparently there's no map of this city. Every person had their own map. Like, that's how interconnected this thing was. When I say, like, Ready Player One, the stacks on steroids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They had, like, a small little courtyard that had natural light. Everything else was just a catacomb beehive of housing, factories, casinos, strip clubs, grocery stores, little like mom and pop smoke shops are literally in closets off the elevator of certain buildings, and that was like the entire city level's shop. Like, at that level, it was like there's so many amazing things about architecture that like this channel goes into.
That sounds incredible. Kind of reminds me of some art books I sometimes that I can't remember if it's architecture. I think one of them was basically just some living areas of some prominent people in New York City. There's a company, a German art book company called Taschen.
Okay.
They produce some of the best and probably some of the most expensive art books anywhere in the world. Like when I was doing moving my stuff to my media collection to storage, that was not fun. None of that was fun.
But at least you'll have it.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of probably renting some storage just to clean this place out a little bit.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Moving 250 pounds of books in a tote.
Yep. That's a workout.
Yeah, that was painful beyond words. I thought the music I had, the movies, I thought that would have been taxing and painful. Nope. It's the books.
It's no different than carrying wood. Like, you gotta remember, it's compressed. So it's no different than like carrying like 4 cords of wood.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing that again.
Now you know why I don't live on a farm. I don't dig holes, I don't hay, I don't pick rocks, and I certainly hell don't carry logs anymore.
Yeah, we're 2 city boys, as you can tell by us.
Completely assimilated.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, outside of that, do you have any other plans other than cosplay and conventions and stuff?
Not really. I'm actually focusing on my mild-mannered 9-to-5 thing. We just had new owners take over, so I have to like basically relearn my job. So it's really frustrating, but hopefully I'll learn the right way this time instead of doing it the wrong way for 7.5 years.
7.5 years?
It's one of my longest jobs ever. I love it. And it really came in handy during COVID and the pandemic and the lockdown, because I didn't go into debt. I was on the front line. La la.
Hey, that worked out for you perfectly.
It worked out just fine for me, and all my enemies suffered. It was great.
But no.
Remember, kids, blue collar is more important than white collar every time. Because we don't need white collar, but we do need blue collar to keep, society going.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Don't believe me? Look up the French Revolution. But that's another talk for another podcast. Blah, blah, blah. Today we're talking about cigars. Let me tell you something. The molasses is not as overpowering as I had originally assumed, because it is very dark and it's very fragrant with the, just smelling it. But while smoking it and having the smoke in my mouth and tasting it, it's actually quite mild. This is actually a lot better than some of the cigars we've had before.
Oh, for sure.
Like, usually I'm a little lightheaded by now. I'm still good. So
at some point, at some point, I wouldn't mind smoking that one cigar that I consider my perfect 10.
You did mention that the last time we were here. Yeah.
I ended up smoking that not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what? I've been under a lot of duress. I'm gonna say,
Sewer up.
screw it.
Live life, man. Live life.
This is the time to do it. And I remember the first time I smoked that cigar. I was more or less thinking, this is a cigar that deserves the right occasion. It doesn't matter what it is.
Unfortunately, the right occasion was a turmoil area. So
no, this was way before, because I had one previously last summer. You know that I follow sports and stuff, and
of course,
yeah,
he's an ex-jock, boys and girls. Believe it or not, this guy used to be a hockey player.
Yeah, my favorite
and baseball.
Yeah, my favorite football team. I don't follow the NFL. I find it absolutely boring as hell to watch.
NFL, that's the National Football League, so
Yeah.
that's American, right?
Yeah.
Canadian here. He likes the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And the Rough Riders.
Yeah. My football team, the Edmonton Elks, which were the Eskimos back then. Some people are still butthurt and sad and angry because of the name change, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care.
Elks are way more scary, right?
It's just before the start of last season, they did not win a home game since 2019.
Ooh, that's not good.
It was painful to watch every game from 2021 right up until last year. And I was when they won their first home game in almost 4 years, I was literally cringe watching behind my couch because of how close it was. And when they got that, when they finally won that home game, I was like, fuck, I'm lighting up this cigar.
Yep.
This is it.
Celebrate.
Yeah. And someone commented on a post saying, I'm surprised you don't have like hundreds of these cigars sitting, just lying around. Said, dude, I don't.
How often does my team win? That's what really counts.
They won their first home game. I'm having this.
Yep.
And it was like, when I had it, I was literally like thinking I was seeing colors. That's just how good this cigar was.
Ooh, that's interesting.
But
colors are more vibrant. The whiskey tastes better. That's a good stogie.
Yeah, and instead of a shot glass of absinthe, I had basically like a glass of absinthe.
Ooh.
So yeah, I was feeling extra special that night.
I don't doubt it. That's a good night. It's always a good idea to celebrate anything. As long as you love it and care about it. You don't even need to share it with a friend. Just go out and appreciate whatever it is you love.
Yeah, and that's basically it right there. I was appreciating that cigar.
Should have shut the door before we,
We're 10 floors high.
I turned my phone off. That's my good deed of the day.
Yeah, it's got an excellent draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's more cigars at some point I want to try with you.
Absolutely. I'll smoke anything you want, buddy.
At some point, it's just a matter of just figuring out which ones to go with. But I thought, you know what? This is a limited edition one from last year, and it's an 8-year anniversary. Let's give this one a whirl. I gotta say, I really love the artwork in their bands.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big blue is my favorite color. So to make a band that's silver and blue, that's like King Arthur stuff right there. That's beautiful.
Like, I would love if it was a possible way to actually afford it and also to avoid copyright issues. I would have loved to have this as a ring. But I have a feeling that's not
I guarantee
possible.
you there's probably something that's...
I know,
like that.
but to be honest with you,
get you some sapphires, some silver.
I'm just saying, if it was possible, I would rather get something like that from this cigar company because it's only fair.
You know, that's surprising they don't make merchandise to match their brands or anything like that, like a ring or a watch or...
Davidoff does.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they have their own brand of cigars. They have their own brand of fragrances. Like, their fragrances are outstanding. Their cigars, I haven't had the chance to try them because, for one thing, it's just out of the price point I'm aiming for. When it comes to cigars, I got to factor like cost of things at this cost of goods at this moment. I was great for meeting my price point. It's just I've gotten to the point where it's like this. At minimum, I'll spend $15 on a cigar.
Yep.
The most I'm willing to spend is $45.
And I know you spent like 100 once on something.
Not
80 something, didn't you? Was it like a really, really nice cigar? I seem to remember you bought like a really expensive cigar once, and you were like, "This is for special occasions only."
There was
you didn't bring it, but you told me about it.
No, there's a cigar that was given to me.
Ah, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was like 45. I know you've had more expensive cigars than 45, sir.
Yeah, the person that bought that for me told me how much he paid for it, and it was in US dollars. I was like, calculating in my head. It's like
for inflation.
No, mostly just exchange rate. I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, exchange rate. My bad.
I'm not too concerned with that because it was just one cigar. I'm not too concerned about inflation. It was just the exchange rate. Because right now the exchange rate, I haven't been paying too much attention to it. It's like 1.3. So, if you're in the States and you're wanting to travel to Canada, by all means, go nuts. But as long as you're not being a douche. Because we have enough of those here.
It's like we export them or something. Ooh, I'm starting to get that lightheaded feeling now. Now I'm starting to feel good.
Yeah. And overall, it's just, all jokes aside, come on down, check stuff out in this country. Doesn't matter what you want to check out. It could be Graffiti Alley. It could be a concert. These guys, if you're in London. These guys, if you're here in London, Ontario. But no, there's a lot of great stuff throughout the country. It doesn't matter what it is you're looking to do. You could even go to the most remote national park in the country. It's going to be expensive as hell because it's in Ellesmere Island.
Yeah.
But still, people want to go, you go. But I know here in this part of the country, in the province we're in, we have 6 national parks.
Yep.
And one of them is actually in the GTA.
Well, isn't Wildwood considered one? I grew up around Wildwood. That's a conservation area. It's a conservation area. It's not a
national
park. It's not a national park. Yeah.
Point Pelee is a national park.
Yeah, I've never been there.
It's nice, man.
Yeah,
it's real nice. If you're going in the summer, bring bug spray. Not gonna lie.
Horseflies this big.
Point Pelee National Park. It's one of the smaller national parks, but there's still lots to see, even with the park that small.
They got bears.
I don't think I've seen bears. I've seen wild turkeys.
No shit.
I haven't seen one since. I've seen various types of birds. I'm a little skittish with coyotes because it wouldn't surprise me if there are coyotes.
My existence. I will kill them on sight. Oh, but Sky, violence is the answer. No, you don't understand. Coyotes have killed members of my family. And I don't mean mom and pa. I mean guard dogs and sheep dogs and animals that did not deserve to be like mauled by these frickin' animals.
But other than them being probably one of the most prolific, successful species in the Americas, that's another
Scavengers.
issue. No, it's just there's a lot of great national parks, even provincial parks to see. I know the last outing I did, I went to a ghost town.
I was just thinking about, like, all the different ghost towns in Canada and the U.S., like...
In Ontario, there's over 200.
No.
Yeah.
Towns, full-on towns. They're just non-operational.
There's maybe, like, a few buildings here and there.
Well, that's a hamlet.
No, I mean, like, of the ghost town itself. In this area, there is one ghost town just west of Ilderton.
Really?
Yeah. I will be honest with you, I wouldn't recommend going there because the owner of the properties had so many people show up unsolicited that kind of ruined the experience.
He owns a town?
The
ghost town?
The original buildings of that town. they're dilapidated as hell. They're gonna fall apart at some point.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
safety. Don't go in here. You'll
Yeah,
get
it's
hurt.
just-
I don't want to be liable.
Yeah, just don't go there unannounced. It's just I'm saying this just as
Go to a different ghost town where you can't get in trouble.
yeah. There's two I recommend.
Okay.
The one I went to most recently, it's in the Niagara region.
Oh.
Great hiking trails.
Okay.
Exceptional hiking trails. I got a video. I just got to do the finishing touch in the description, and also all the whatever stuff. So I've already watched it. I've done some typing out. I also got to add more stuff to the description. It's Balls Falls.
Balls Falls?
Yeah,
How's that spelled?
BALL' Falls.
Balls Falls. Okay.
Yeah, it's a real nice drive. Also, when you're in the actual town itself, it's a real nice hike.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, really nice. There's 2 waterfalls in the area,
Okay.
which is really picturesque to see. And some of the original buildings. There's an old Anglican church still standing there.
Oh, those are always pretty.
Yeah.
Any stained glass and stuff?
I don't think so. No. It was built in the 1800s. There was also an old home which was similar to Eldon House here in town.
Oh, I'm one of the few ghost hunters that checked out Eldon House. Wait, no, not Eldon House. The mayor's house. What was that?
Oh,
'Cause Eldon
wait.
House is down the street from the mayor's house, and the mayor's house was
Further
fucking
north.
Crazy.
Um,
I've still
but-
got pictures of like orbs that I caught when I was there.
it's gonna be hard pressed to go back there again.
Oh, it's completely leveled.
Yeah.
It was a century home, and those things are protected by like heritage laws and stuff like that. But there was just so much bad history. Like it started out as like the mayor's house, like here in London, and there was like slave quarters on. Like that's how old this property is. There was slave quarters on this.
I wasn't
property.
even aware there was slave quarters.
And that burnt down, and then the mayor's house burnt down, and then they built it back up, and it became somebody's mansion, and that burned down, and then it became a frat house, and then that burned down, and then it was a frat house again, and then it burned down, and they were just like, yep, nope, no more, period.
Weren't they building apartments on there?
I have not seen, but the property is still there with a plaque saying what it was, but the house, everything is gone. It's
Okay.
It's a lot. Now, I've been downtown recently in the last like week, and things have changed. I have not been downtown in forever. So if there's property on that, I haven't seen it yet. I just haven't been down that street.
The only thing I remember close to the downtown court, you remember Scene Magazine?
Yeah,
Okay.
I missed that. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah, print media is kind of on the way out.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. But
You're right. That's the future.
yeah, and it's just everything's coming to you in seconds. But I remember there was some sort of article trying to save I think the home or the structural remains of the only baseball player from London, Ontario to win the World Series. And when I read that article, I decided to go check it out. And I looked at it and I thought, nah, this place needs to be leveled. It's a complete piece of crap. And it's just, I didn't see the point in exploring it any further right after I seen it. It's just, there was literally no point. It was George Mooney Gibson's home.
George Gibson.
Yeah, he played for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the early 20th century.
I was gonna say, isn't it the Pittsburgh Penguins now?
No, Pirates. This is baseball.
Baseball. I thought we were talking about hockey for some reason.
No, man.
I am not a jock. I am a geek. So the fact that this guy puts up with me, I don't know.
That's right. He puts up with me too, so the
Well,
feeling's
it's kind of
mutual.
easy.
Yeah.
He's a good jock. He's not one of those mean jocks that gave you wedgies.
Yeah, and it's just, this guy was literally the best defensive catcher of his time. And also, it was the dead ball era.
You said World Series. That's baseball. I knew that.
Yeah.
Because the moment you said World Series, I was like, Blue Jays. They won twice.
Yeah, and yeah, he won the World Series with Pittsburgh, and his claim to fame was he tagged out Ty Cobb. And
shit.
yeah, Ty Cobb was the meanest.
Even I know that name.
Like, he was the meanest human being alive. Like
And a drinker.
I don't think he was a drinker.
No?
No, I don't. He
You know
might.
what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of
He might have enjoyed.
I'm thinking Babe Ruth. That's what
Oh
I was
yeah, he
thinking
was a
of.
drinker.
He was a drinker. But
No, he might have enjoyed a nice glass of brandy here and there, but it's just and he was an exceptional hitter. He was great stealing bases, exceptional defensively, but as a human being,
much to be desired.
let's put it to you this way: I would be afraid to be in an alleyway with him during daylight hours.
Daylight. Oh damn.
Oh, dude, he was horrible. Like, he was an absolutely horrible human being.
What, like punch a stranger on the street, kind of horrible?
I'll give
Like
you
the fact that you don't want to walk down a lit alley.
I'll give you one story that kind of caught me off guard.
All right.
He was playing a game because he played for the Tigers.
Okay.
One of the people, basically congratulated him on a really good defensive play.
Okay.
He beat the crap out of him.
For talking to him and like congratulating him.
Yeah. You got to understand, he was from Georgia at the time, and you got to figure out how Georgia was back then and how intolerable they were to certain people.
Gotcha. I understand. Back in the old days, not the good old days, the old days.
Yeah, there was nothing good about him as a human being.
Understandable. All right. Well,
the only thing I would say that was good was he was good with his money. I'll give him that. He didn't spend it. He invested. He invested it wisely, from what I remember reading up.
Have you started an investment portfolio? Are you into that? Stocks and bonds?
I'm trying to get into it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get into it.
I want to diversify because a lot of my the people I hang out with, they have like those sort of things, and I don't want to like ride their coattails. I'm just kind of getting an idea.
Talk to the people you bank with. To set up an appointment.
I don't trust my bank.
Let's put it to you this way. With that sort of thing, I would talk to them.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that. I know their official stance. They don't really care for cryptocurrency and whatever.
Oh, isn't that like kind of hard to get into now because like everything is so expensive now? Like back in the day, like, oh yeah, you can probably buy a couple of shares, but now it's like, yeah, good luck.
You could buy some crap coins here and there.
I got a coworker that bought Bitcoin.
Just one?
One.
Okay.
Was obsessed with it.
Does he still have it?
I don't know. I don't work with him anymore.
If he still has it, he better hang on to it.
Probably should have got it. Like that was what he was talking about the whole time. I was like, invest in Bitcoin, guys. Invest in Bitcoin.
I'm trying to figure.
I don't think I can afford to right now.
I'm trying to figure out how to do all this stuff and without putting myself in a bigger hole than you need to be.
I've heard so many horror stories of people
and
just investing in the wrong thing, or like their stock market expert like not knowing what the hell he was talking about.
The one way I've circumvented it with, and I usually get a lot of weird looks about it, and it's just I do a crazy amount of walking, especially where I work. Now, if I'm working a long day at the mall that I work in, on average, on the low end, I get maybe about 12,000 steps, between 12 and 30,000 steps a day.
Damn.
If I'm doing a solo trip,
you got the little like pedometer that keeps track. Nice.
If I'm doing a solo trip, like a trip on my own where I'm wanting to do stuff and I don't have anyone with me, that gets up to 40 to 60,000 steps. And I found some walking apps. I'm not trying to plug it, but it's just I found some walking apps that have either given me e-gift cards.
Okay, like I'm trying to. What's entailed in a walk app? Like what? Does it tell you when to walk? Does it?
No, you just basically pick up and go.
So you basically activate the app, you walk around, and then you stop walking around, I guess. You're just at home. And the app just like, you walked, so we're going to give you a free coffee. Like,
something like that.
Oh, okay.
No, because there's one walking app I've used since it came out last year. And I've gotten about $140 in iTunes e-gift cards.
Oh.
And I'm thinking to myself,
that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Because you listen to music when you walk, right?
I do, or I'm just looking for stuff to photograph. So that's kind of what I do. Now, I've had a lot of people look at me and said, "What? How?" I said, and I didn't hack anything. I looked around through the iTunes shop, look at reviews, listen to other people that have used it.
Yep.
And I get their skepticism. I get it. It's good to be skeptical about stuff like this if it's a scam. I get it.
Yep.
Everyone has every right to be amped up for that kind of thing. And
there's
it's
so many scams now.
Oh, I know, but there's some that I can say it's basically straight up and legit. There's one walking app I use. Originally, when I got it and I read about it, I thought, all right, sure, let's do this. The original plan was to get X number of their coins and get the big payoff, one-time payoff of $1,000 US given to me. Since then, they evolved.
Oh.
Because it's not a practical thing to do that. They came up with their own cryptocurrency.
Oh.
And
Points.
And with their cryptocurrency, they have their own crypto wallet of certain coins you can have in their wallet. I was like, you know what? If this gets me into cryptocurrency and I'm not spending any money,
Fair enough.
I'll do this. And I have a very small portfolio because the majority of it makes up of their one coin.
Makes sense.
The rest is like just either a small fraction or whatever. And I thought, sure, I don't care. It's just if this works out for me, great. I'm happy with it.
Here's hoping we don't get hit with like a solar flare or something, like we lose the internal data storage area.
That's a concern, but I don't think that's anything to worry about.
Just imagine all the people in Mad Max that had like, 401ks and actual like electronic banking, and then like the fall of civilization. It doesn't matter if you're rich; you can't access it. We don't believe you, so we'll just take your stuff.
Exactly. And it's just, has it benefited me greatly? I don't know.
Wait until you're older and retiring.
Yeah, it's, as far as I know, the app itself has been around for a while.
That's a good sign. That's a real good sign.
Their digital wallet's been around for at least a couple years. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not overly worried.
Okay, good.
So, it's just, as long as I'm actively walking, that's kind of how I get it. There's other walking apps I've been playing around with, messing around with, that will put money in your PayPal account. I was like,
damn, that's pretty cool.
All right, if that's going into my PayPal account, my bank account's linked to PayPal.
You think that they can somehow, I don't want to say hack, but gain access?
If you're not careful,
I've heard that if you have all your shit on your phone and someone hacks your phone, they have access to everything on your phone. That doesn't necessarily mean access to passwords, but it does mean access to your apps. So that the moment you do open your app, then they have access to it.
Here's the thing. I'm not overly worried too much about it because the one thing I like about cell phones right now, the only way you can gain access to it is either fingerprint or
facial.
Yeah.
I've noticed when I'm wearing one of my masks, the camera facial stuff does not work.
Like, if your phone doesn't recognize you, then that person's not going to be able to access that phone.
And they're really like stingent about security protocols. I tried to go into my local store to get a new phone, and because I don't have like a driver's license and normal ID apparently, because I have my health card.
Don't you have the Ontario ID?
I'm getting that soon because the purple card apparently is necessary
for
people like me.
Yeah, that purple. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring my passport with me everywhere I go because.
Well, apparently the purple card only costs you $35.
Worth every penny.
I guess.
Yeah, worth every penny.
Won't have to worry about well, it's not like I get carded anymore. I'm in my 40s, but still, it's like nothing more embarrassing than like walking into a store trying to buy a new phone, and apparently I can't prove I am who I say I am, despite the fact I'm on my phone. It's not like I'm trying to like take over somebody's phone.
Yeah, because the one thing I've noticed is if you're applying for a health card, not a health card. Let me say this again. If you're applying for a credit card, that's what I want to say. It doesn't matter if it's with your primary financial institution. Doesn't matter if it's a third-party company, like a department store type company. You need to have photo ID. And your health card, even though it's photo ID, it's not, unless we're living in the province of Quebec, then that's fine. But because it's the only place where I know that their provincial health card is okay to apply for that sort of thing. But if you're out,
They say like you need a government issued like ID, and it's like, who the hell is issuing my health card? It's got a picture of it on me. It's got a serial number on it. It's
yeah,
like,
and it's just unless you have an actual like in Ontario the province ID card, driver's license, you're good. Even Canadian passport, you're good. But it's just ideally you need like actual ID that will be accepted.
Yep. So I'm gonna probably do that next week, or probably call Rogers and say, hey, send me a phone.
We're about halfway. What do you think?
Well, I'm really feeling lightheaded now. I'm like really feeling the effects of the tobacco, and it's still pretty smooth. It's
Yeah. Good draw.
good draw.
Mine's sort of a bit on the heavy side, but it's still pretty good. Ugh. You have any plans for the holiday weekend?
Well, I was supposed to go to my mom's side of the family's Easter. We still get together as a family and do things like that for like holidays and such.
That's all right.
Unfortunately, I made plans that day with 3 different people, so now I'm stuck doing those plans. And then I'll probably help Aaron do his video game thing.
What's Aaron doing these days?
He's really busy with Anime North. He's not just the gaming guy now. He's like kind of sort of in charge of things. So now he's doing that.
That would explain why I haven't heard a peep from him.
He's just been really, really busy doing that stuff. So.
Hey, you know what? If he's busy, I can hang out with him anytime.
Yep.
It's just I would rather have Aaron do what Aaron needs to do.
Well, he's actually he's got another hernia surgery scheduled. So,
oh.
Yeah, his original surgery just undid. So like the reason why he's asking me to help him so much is because he can't do heavy lifting. So he gets his buddy Sky to do the heavy lifting for him. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I know that. I know that all too much. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, but I'm not exactly cleared to do those things just yet.
Your shoulder and your arm.
Yeah. It's a lot better than it is, and I'm not lying to you when I say this, and I feel horrible when I say this, but since what happened to me, just recently, I started doing push-ups for the first time.
And how's that treating you?
I'm not. There used to be a time when I used to do sets of 60 to 80.
Yep.
I
was young once too.
Yeah. And part of it is because age is one thing, because we're in our 40s.
And your injury.
Yeah. And we have injuries or mystery injuries from our past popping up.
I woke up this way.
Yeah. And
my back.
I'm starting to do just one set of 5 push-ups.
And that's like taking it all.
I'm
Feeling
starting slow.
Yeah.
It's just you can't go from
0 to 60.
No, it's impossible. You can't. It's impossible. It's just I've seen a lot of people try to do that. It was like, you have fun with that. Just let me know if you want me to call for an ambulance.
Yeah, right. I've been doing like 21 push-ups like whenever I can, and like I only do like the one set. I know I should do like 3 sets just to keep my muscles going, but like just doing 21 makes me go, okay, I'm good. This is making my pecs and my cleavage occur again. Holy smokes, I'm adapting really quickly. What time you got?
Not so much time. Oh, it's just bad. But no, it's just you got to start slow. I'm starting very slow. I'm not lying to you because
You gotta take it easy.
Yeah, you got to know your limit, and if that's your limit, in my case, 5 push-ups right now, I will eventually get there.
Yeah.
It's just I gotta take my time and make sure that what I'm doing is at a good pace. And right now, as sad and pathetic as this sounds, it's very pathetic. This is a good pace.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, bud.
But no, I'm kind of enjoying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying this. Yeah, outside of that, there's not much else. I don't want to bring up any other turmoil because we already have enough of that on our own.
We don't talk about turmoil in this. This is all about the cigars. We are filling you in on what we are doing, but it's by the time you see this video, like things will probably be moving on, and our next project is taking up our mindset and stuff like that.
Yeah, and myself, I have, like I said, another video that I'm got under lockdown. There's another video I got to put together after that video.
Nice.
This one, I don't think there's really much editing to do. It's like Nirvana, come as you are, plain and simple.
Yep.
But the other video that I got planned, it was the last video I recorded in the Niagara region during that day. There was a cemetery that caught my eye, and my one friend Cliff that I was with, did you want to check this out? I know you'd be interested. I said, we'll check it out just for a little bit because I know we got to be on the road soon. From what I know about this cemetery, it's a cemetery that has maybe about 15 people. There's about 2 tombstones there, but where everyone is resting, there's a Canadian flag on each spot. So I'm thinking that's probably where everyone is buried.
Makes sense. You got to mark the plot somehow.
And it's got an interesting story. Part of it is those 15 people were people that escaped the U.S. In the late 18th and 19th century. They weren't keen on slavery and being slaves, and I don't blame them.
And Underground Railroad stuff.
Yeah. A very prominent spot for the Underground Railroad. It's got a couple plaques. I got one video of the one. I didn't get the other. The other one would have been nice, but I didn't think of it until the moment. But it's going to get posted because I want it done. And once those are posted, and once I get this one posted, I can worry about other stuff that I want to do. I know on Colonel Talbot here in town, there's some cemeteries I want to check out, and there's one I really want to check out in Lambeth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I go to Lambeth all the time. I haven't seen
It's on Colonel Talbot Road.
Oh, okay.
It's just this one in particular. If you blink, you miss it.
Sounds about right. Whistle's kind of small. Or Lambeth.
So I'm thinking, even if I was to go there on my own, take a very long bus ride, because I live in the East End of London.
Yep.
I'd have to go to whatever, I have to hop on whatever bus that goes.
You'll have to switch buses, and then probably have to switch buses again.
Yeah, and then when I get to Lambeth, if I'm doing this on my own, it would have to be a bit of a walk.
Oh, you're down for that.
Oh, yeah.
Comfy shoes.
Oh, yeah, for any kind of walking, comfy shoes is a must. I did, and if you're doing doing that kind of walk, skateboard shoes is good, especially if it's a paved trail. And skateboard shoes I absolutely love. So because they're comfy, they're stylish, and they've stood the test of time.
Yep.
And it's just wow, I gotta do this again a second time.
You really?
Yeah.
It's really densely packed.
Yep.
Either that or you're not smoking.
I am smoking.
You're talking and smoking. It is a talking video. That's,
but no, this
critique.
is decent. So even though I'm doing this a second time with my cigar, I'm okay with it. I'm not complaining about it. If whoever's watching this and sees me doing that a second time,
don't do that.
Yeah, this is a nice cigar. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us.
No problem.
Thanks for coming over.
Oh,
good seeing you.
Same here. We haven't done this in a while, so I don't mind doing this. There is one person, I don't think he's a cigar smoker, but I wouldn't mind doing a cigar video with him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tom?
Tom would be one of them.
Yeah, he'd be a great guy to have.
I'm talking about Tyler.
Which Tyler? Green Ranger Tyler?
That's the one.
I don't know if he smokes cigars. I can ask him.
I've never seen him smoke them, so it's just I don't think
I've seen him smoke cigarettes. To be perfectly honest.
No, I know it's not his thing. So it's just.
I'm gonna see him this Saturday. We're gonna hang out. He's one of the people I made plans with. We're gonna have a Ghostbuster night and just watch. I watched the new Ghostbusters on the weekend. I'll show you some stuff I picked up from that.
Nice.
I got a couple of little bitty Stay Puffs, and it was an okay movie. I'm not gonna spoil it or anything like that, but it definitely felt like a elongated episode of the real Ghostbusters cartoon. It kind of had that feel to it. It introduced people that had a problem. The Ghostbusters come in and solve the problem. The problem's like this big evil thing they gotta destroy, and they destroy it. It's very episodic of what would happen during a half-hour cartoon episode.
Yeah, this is nice. I enjoy this.
Mhm.
I know the later on tonight when I go out, I'm gonna make sure I have a couple cigars with me. But I'm debating
You're
on.
gonna take one of these? Because these will keep you out in the smoking pit for a couple hours.
No, I have something else in planned.
Good. Smaller. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get another torpedo this size because I would be outside for quite a while because it's retro night tonight.
Oh, whereabouts that?
Rum Runners,
Rum Runners. You mean like
on Dundas.
Rum Runners? That's the place by the Tim Hortons, right? Like Dundas and Richmond.
Yeah.
I know the owners of that place, and they do a retro night. That's awesome.
Yeah, you remember retro night used to be done at CTO?
Oh, it's the same retro night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
The only difference is it's not the same frequency, so it's sort of becoming a rarity. So it's but because it's a holiday weekend, it's probably going to be a packed house.
I won't be able to go. I got to work tonight. Oh well.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep, I do.
And I was offered a shift. Normally, I wouldn't turn down a shift, but it's just we have this planned, and it's like if you can work, you can work. If you don't have anything planned, as far as you get asked to work, just go in and work because life is expensive, and if you can make money, go for it.
Yep, do what you gotta do. Get that bag, as the kids say.
But no, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, at this moment, I'm debating whether or not temperatures is the one thing that's a huge debate.
Well, it's getting warmer.
I mean, later tonight.
Yeah, good point.
Because I have a brand new dress shirt that I picked up, and I'm hoping I could wear it tonight. But if I'm going outside with a cigar, I may just end up wearing one of my sweaters.
Yeah.
Just because I gotta
Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I gotta be practical, plain and simple. It's just I don't want to freeze to death. And it sucks though.
As the hockey player.
Well, it's just I haven't played hockey in years, so it's just I'm thinking more to that, and it's just if there's another retro night coming in later, I could save the dress shirt for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And also, not only that, it's always good to invest in quality goods items.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta treat yourself.
Oh yeah. Like I've changed up my wardrobe quite a bit considerably, because I'm at the point where I want to spend money on better clothes, and I've noticed that a lot with socks.
Oh, really?
No, it's just how you get socks.
The Argyle stuff.
No, just in general. Doesn't because when you buy socks, you don't think about how long they last.
Nope.
No, and even though I'm wearing Polo Ralph Lauren, I started getting Polo Ralph Lauren socks more than a couple years ago.
Okay.
Those socks have held up since then.
No way.
Yeah,
Well, that means they were expensive to begin with.
6-pack was like $28.
Yeah, okay, that's like 3 times more than I would pay for socks, but you get what you pay for, right? So
Oh, yeah.
You still got them. That's amazing.
Yeah, and because they've held up this long, I'm like, all right, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. So this is a clear-cut sign that I just got to keep buying more stuff from this line. Now, the last shirt that I bought, I'm not going to give dollar figure because it is literally one of the most expensive shirts I've ever owned.
Oh my.
And it's just, I thought, you know what? Instead of buying what I'm seeing in what we have for dress shirts, I'm just gonna up it a bit, get something that's a little more expensive, something of better, higher quality. And I've had no issues since then.
Good.
And I don't machine wash them. I have a really good dry cleaner.
Yeah, you gotta have a good dry
And
cleaner.
it's just he'll dry clean anything I have.
Nice.
Pants, suits, ties, those dress shirts, because I've made it clear that a friend of mine learned this the hard way, and
The only way to learn sometimes.
and he had a tie that I was envious of.
Mm.
It was, at the time, it was literally the most expensive tie I've ever seen.
Okay.
$80.
Oh yeah.
And he made the mistake of doing something with that tie that that should
He
never
put it
be.
in the washing machine.
That's
didn't
exactly
he?
what I
Oh my
did.
God, that is not how you treat a tie.
No, you take it to a dry cleaner, they'll look after it.
Yes.
Yeah. And if there's any extra bells and whistles that's being offered to pay for, you take those bells and whistles.
Now that tie's gone.
Oh, that tie was gone for 15 years.
Oh, he washed it that many times?
No, he washed it
Once? And then-
once.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And
All
it
takes
was
once.
and it was literally the nicest looking tie that I remember.
Mhm.
Thank you. So it's just, it doesn't matter what it is. You just, if you have to put in a little bit more money into quality goods, do it. If you can't do it, that's fine. Get something that looks nice and make sure you keep it looking nice.
Yep, that's all you gotta do.
Because I've seen some people I've seen some people that look good in a $3,000 suit.
Yep.
And they wear it perfectly. I've seen some people that look good in a $300 suit and they wear it perfectly. And each one of them, they treat it like gold because they got to make sure that it does look good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got to say, even though the construction is tightly wound, it's
Mine's
pretty good.
actually falling apart. Like I've had to peel a little bit of the leaf off just so that it wouldn't like.
I'm surprised
burn.
mine hasn't.
Well, I think yours is really packed well. Like, look at the comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, this is pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. I'm liking this. This is nice, smooth. I'm definitely feeling lightheaded. Like I'm feeling good.
The one thing I wish,
I'm gonna sleep well today, boys and girls.
yes, you will. The one thing I do wish, for me, especially with my Instagram channel, I'm trying to monetize it.
Oh, okay.
Trying to. I haven't finished the application for it because I got to get a certain tax code for this country.
Have you got the blue mark or the blue?
That
is that a Twitter thing or an X thing?
No, it's basically across the board thing.
Okay.
It's just one certain platform. I'm not going to name it. You kind of figured it out. You kind of ruined the blue check mark thing.
Yeah. Well, my Instagram got shut down. I had to start all over, and like I gotta admit, I am in no hurry to re-upload. Like I've got a couple of pictures going, but to be honest, it really, really disheartened me, and it like really discouraged me from like even posting on social media when I lost my Instagram. And like I know people that have like 6 Instagram accounts. Like how do you just keep uploading stuff? I'm so busy doing things that I don't want other people to know, and it's not like I'm sneaky or anything like that. It's just like I don't want people to know what I'm doing, and then
No, I know the
I
one.
forget to post pictures after I've done the charity or I've done the event or I've done the convention.
No, and I'll be honest
I've
with
done the
you.
photo shoot.
I'll be honest with you. I have my own Instagram account, and I also have another one that I manage, that I help with the Future Shock events.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that one, I'll post events. I'll post the occasional funny meme, or anything like that. But overall, that's a different thing. But my main one, I post just about anything on it. It's just if I'm doing, I get it with Instagram. It's their platform, and I'm okay with that. They're not okay with live streams. If you're trying to monetize your account, they're not okay with live streams or video reels of this.
I can't do live Facebook for some reason.
Hmm?
Yeah, Tyler was over showing me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go live, and then I'm like, how do you go live? And he showed me his thing, and he's got the live button. And we go into my menu, and there is no live button.
Really?
So either I'm in trouble or
You probably have to go and take a look to see how you can fix that. But no, on my Instagram channel, if I'm doing a live stream of this, if I'm doing a live stream of drinking a beer, I will get a notice saying that I cannot monetize it. And also, I find TikTok to be even harsher with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I only did TikTok for like 4 videos, and then I switched phones, and they were like, yeah, we can't transfer your file. I'm like, well, if you can't transfer my file, I don't know my password, so there goes my TikTok.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a good thing going, but Dawn is helping you get with like gangbuster with that.
She is literally my muse. She like gets so many things for me and takes so many pictures of me, and we even like I said, I do things and I just don't post it. And like we did this whole Ghostbuster Zool photo shoot.
I remember that.
And she added like special effects to it, so now there's like a puddle of pee where the dog is like trying to piss on my leg, and me swatting it with like a rolled up newspaper. And
I liked the one where you sang "I Am Blue."
yeah, I did that in memorandum of Kevin Conroy when he passed away last year.
It was very fitting,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a very nice tribute.
Thank you. That was all her idea, and she edited the whole video. Like it was basically like, go put on your Kevin Conroy costume. Like, I don't have a Kevin Conroy costume. Closest thing I've got is like a really bad Arkham suit, and he did voice of Arkham, so I'll put that on. And I did, and borrowed the roommate's microphone, and just did the quick little video, and a lot of people really liked it, and everyone did the Am I Blue song in tribute, because that was like him literally singing. So
I really wish there was a full video of him doing the full song.
I think there is, but there's no video of him singing it. It's just the whole song.
It was just he has such a gorgeous singing voice.
Mm-hmm. Quite the baritone. I often wonder if his like boyfriend was like a Batman fan, and like to be dating Batman, like, you know, because there was a bit of an age difference between the two, so you gotta kind of wonder if like, are you like his boyfriend because you're a Batman fan, or are you his boyfriend because you love Kevin? And both are good both are good, but it's like, can you imagine like the equivalency for us, because we're a couple of straight guys, would be like dating Pamela Anderson and just like remembering everything from Baywatch and the first season of
Toolman,
and
or Tool Time. I mean,
what was that other Stacked, that library show she did, and she was Stripperella. Like, just to hear her voice in your everyday, because you're married to her or you're dating her. You know, like,
earlier on in her career, I didn't mind her, but just as of late.
Oh, I'm not saying now, but I'm just saying in comparison to like having like dating Batman.
Yeah.
And hearing that voice every day. Hey, do you want coffee today? Yes, I want coffee today. Thank you, Batman.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's just the last little bit hearing. I mean, just in the last several years, with her. Nothing against her. It's just I don't think I would entertain that.
And that's perfectly, I was simply using her as an example. I was trying to think of like an iconic woman's voice that would just like appeal, and the only thing I could think of was like Pamela Anderson, because of like the past with Baywatch, and she had that like not Valley Girl sound, but she just had that really,
that look,
that high pitched female voice that's very not unique, but very like, oh, you recognize her the moment she starts talking. Like, that's why she did cartoon work, you know? Like, she would, oh, hey, that's Pamela Anderson's voice.
Yeah, like, the one, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, probably just her relationship with Tommy Lee.
Oh, that's a mess and a half. They got, like, restraining orders and shit.
Yeah, it's just, nothing against either one of them. It's just, the moment it sort of became, like, a played-out soap opera, I was like, okay, so this happened. They had that leaked porn video that came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
boring, but anyway.
Not
that I know.
Yeah, I'll leave that between you. But no, it's just I don't know. She just doesn't really.
All right, I admit it was a bad example.
Yeah,
but I was trying to compare to Batman's
but
voice.
No, as far as voices goes, I don't know. It's really hard to say.
He'll be missed. He was one of the best Batman. So.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, and then like I picked up an Adam West bat suit, and that was just absolutely incredible. It was like $250, and the cowl alone is worth that much. The boots fit me perfectly. I look fantastic. I look fantastic. So much so that a couple of my enemies who are constantly in competition with me, I'm not in competition with them. That's why I don't post anything. And they saw my mask and they're like asking Teresa, where did Sky get that mask? And she's like, he's just a lucky guy.
No, it's funny. There's one Batman, one guy that we both know mutually that does Batman really well. It's just, I haven't talked to him much. It's just he's sort of gone off the deep end.
Oh? Talking about Mike?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oliver.
Well, yeah, Oliver's gonna... Actually, I haven't seen his stuff on my Facebook feed in a while. I wonder if he's still my friend. I kind of turned him down business-wise because he kept trying to use me as an employee, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm not an employee. I'm a private contractor. You pay me what I tell you to do. And if you screw me, I can't work for you anymore. So he was always just trying to do that employee boss thing with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't.
No, he does Batman really well.
He does.
Yeah.
And I've worked for him. I've worked with him, but he does tend to like not pay me what I'm worth. Dude, I'm sorry, you can't.
The one issue that I have is there was something I posted a while ago, a long while ago, and a friend of mine posted the same thing, and he ended up getting some sort of flat Earth tirade thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, really, yeah. Oliver?
Some of my flat Earth friends I can have a conversation with, and it's all cool. It's not judgy. It's not like they're just asking questions. And then I have other friends who are, I can't talk to you. You're anti-science.
Yeah, I cannot really deal with that.
And like, it's okay to believe what you believe, but like, the moment you start getting angry at me because I don't believe it, I'm sorry. That's not fair to me because there's a lot of shit that you believe in that I don't believe in, and that's not my fault. I did the research, I did the work. Like, I remember one time, one of my conspiracy friends, love her to death, she's a great friend, she's like my sister, I'm not going to say any more about her, but she sent me the video about the Las Vegas alien, the one that was caught in the backyard. Yeah. And I was like, I have not heard about this. And she's like, how have you not heard about this? You should know about this. So she sent me down the rabbit hole, and I did my own research, and within like fucking less than 45 minutes, I had debunked everything. And I didn't say anything to her. Like I said, she left me. I did my research. 45 minutes later, I was like, this is not real. This is fake. This is fake. And then she never brought it up again.
For me, most recently, it was the whole Miami Mall alien thing.
Yeah, that was the next thing. Yeah.
Really? You're not using your mental faculties to see that this is a load of bunk? Yeah,
well, like, there's so much you can do with, like, special effects. Like, I saw 2 videos of, like, a portal opening up in that mall, and it's like, that's easy special effects. Anybody with a computer can do that.
Yeah, anybody with a cell phone could do that.
Well, that's what they're doing. It's literally, like, cell phoning, and then going in and filtering it and adding the special effects, and then like posting it to TikTok, this was captured at the Miami Mall. I saw so many fake real videos today on just like, they were so obviously fake. It was just like, why is this?
It's probably a good thing you don't have a TikTok channel, because I remember there's this guy, he claims to be a time traveler, and someone, there's a TikToker, very nice, soft-spoken gentleman, seems like a very nice gentleman I'd probably want to have a cup of coffee with one day. Okay. He's known as Jose Monkey.
Okay.
And basically people ask him to find him online.
Okay.
To find him where they're located, geographically speaking.
Okay.
And he goes out of his way to find where they're located. And he is spot on with everything.
Neat.
And I like this guy a whole lot. He did a video with this time traveler guy, and this guy is this so-called time traveler got literally crucified.
Fake?
Yeah, he's not a time traveler, and everything about his videos is just bunk.
There was this TikToker I was following when I was on it, and he he had somehow made an arrangement with like the city government wherever he was. I don't want to say Ukraine, but like somewhere in like Eastern Europe, and he had arranged it so that like whenever he was out doing his TikTok, there was nobody around. Like he would go into hospitals, fully functioning hospitals, and all the staff would be out of sight, and all the patients would be sealed off. So he would walk into designated rooms, and he was passing it off as he slipped into a parallel universe where he was the only human.
Sure.
And he's literally walking around the city, and he has full government like sanction, and they're helping him. But the trick is like he walks into full military bases, he walks into airports, he walks into hospitals, he walks into schools, and they shut down that area for the day so he can walk around. He live feeds with people, and they're like, show us the clock, and he'll show a clock, and it'll be the same time as the live, and people will be like, how are you doing this? And he's like, dude, there's no one around. I'm in this parallel universe, and this is my only way to communicate. And it was a really interesting fad. It was a really interesting TikTok, but then people got obsessed, and they were like, I need to know what's happening. So
I think
they basically outed
to,
this guy. And
no,
it was a good, not scam. He made arrangements with the government to do it. It was like it was kind of a tourism thing. It was a tourism trap.
There's some people I follow. I don't follow, but I've seen, and they go to like recently abandoned towns, and it's just okay. So you've found these places, and my biggest concern is you running into the wrong type of person, because that's a concern for me.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't know if they're going to be hostile towards you.
You know, I'm wondering if we like these cigars, because we're really not talking about them. We're
This
talking
is
about
true.
anything but them. So I'm kind of wondering, do we like them? Like, it's smooth, it's nice,
It's got full flavor.
but I gotta admit, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah, it's not a bad cigar. I think I paid about $25 at Baracoa. I don't remember, but you know what? As long as they have these cigars, get them. Try it with like a really good dark rum, dark brandy. That's kind of where I'm going. I've had Dominion cigars before. This one is all right. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst.
Yours was a little heavily packed. Mine's
Yeah.
a little loosely packed.
They
weren't equalized.
I had to use this just
Yeah.
to poke a hole in it, and I forgot to do that.
I don't know.
Overall, it's not a bad cigar. It's not a terrible cigar.
No, we've had worse.
Um,
No,
no.
maybe this. I don't want to say this is the worst, but this is definitely like not. I would say maybe give this a 4 or a 5 out of 10, maybe.
I'd give it maybe about a 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a 7.
Really?
Yeah, 7. I'm being generous.
You must like that molasses a lot.
Well, you mentioned to me you're not keen on molasses, so you have a personal thing.
Sure, but like it doesn't taste like a gingerbread house or anything. It tastes like it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Just
it's
airy.
decent. It's okay.
Mhm.
Overall, would I buy this? Would you try this again?
Not when there's other choices. There are better choices than this.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back to Baracoa. There's a couple I want to try with you,
Sure.
and I just want
I'm always down for that.
Yeah, but overall, this isn't a bad cigar. It's not the best cigar.
No, it's not the best, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Gets the job done.
yeah, it serves its purpose.
It looks like a cartoon stogie, so you can't go wrong with that.
Like the cigars I got from Toronto, those were fantastic. Yeah.
Those are nice. You can always bring those around.
Oh, dude, that's a given. There's one cigar I want to try from them. It's their most expensive one on their menu.
Oh yeah, what are they selling it for?
Last time I checked, it was like $60 to $70. And it's the
Getting up there.
Yeah, it's it's beyond my price point, but because it's the oldest cigar factory in the country, do it. Plain and simple.
Europe. Yeah.
This one, even though it's a cigar company from here in Canada, like Western Canada, these guys have done a pretty good job of introducing premium cigars to the Canadian market, especially domestic cigars, because everywhere you go, it's Cuban, Honduran,
Yeah.
Dominican, Nicaraguan, the odd Mexican comes in. It's just
Costa Rican. Yeah.
Costa Rican as well.
Yeah.
This one, it's not bad. I'm not going to mince words.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not the best we've had. We've had better.
Yeah.
That's all.
But no, Dominion Cigars, they know what they're doing, and they have a real good niche.
Hand rolled, you can tell.
But overall, yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I was watching. I PVR'd Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it was the episode where Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain,
oh yeah,
travels in the future, and the guy has a stogie in every scene, and then he gets to the Enterprise, and he's like, "Oh, I need a cigar," and they're like, "We don't smoke anymore in the future, but if you really need to, we'll make you one." And he's like, "Oh, maybe the future is good enough to give up cigars if it's like, you know, peaceful and there's no poverty and it's all good." And it was really it was a very good reminder of cigars, that episode. Like, they focused on cigars a lot on that episode.
I remember that, but yeah, Mark Twain, he was a prominent cigar smoker. Also, not only that, he was a prolific writer.
Oh, absolutely.
And his stuff is still worth the read.
I'm very curious now because I'm really obsessed with classic sci-fi lately. This is something that's only happened in the last 3 or 4 years. Started with Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke, and then I started discovering H.P. Lovecraft. But now I'm actually curious as to reading Mark Twain's Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court. That's a time travel story involving somebody from Mark Twain's present going back to King Arthur's time, and I think they remade it, and it's called The Black Knight, and it starred the guy from Bad Boys, not Will Smith, but the other guy.
Oh crap! I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either. He was
he's a good actor, though.
Yeah, he's a good comedian, a comedy actor. I think he went crazy once.
Don't they all go crazy?
This guy went walking in his underwear on the LA Strip and accosted people, and I think he got arrested.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I can't think of his name though, but he's in this movie, and he goes back in time. He works for medieval times, but he goes back in time to King Arthur's court, and he becomes the Black Knight. And
yeah, I'm drawing a blank now. I know the guy you're talking about.
I think that is a ripoff of Mark Twain's Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court. I think it's just an updated storytelling of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind spending some time to check out more of his work.
Ideally, if you can't find the work, you can just look on YouTube and get the book on tape. I've done so many books on tape because I can't find the damn thing in hard copy, right? So you do what you got to do to get that information in your head.
Oh, for sure.
People are like, "Oh, I can't listen to books on tape. I get distracted with other things." Well, then don't do other things. Just put it on and go for a jog. Listen to the words. If you're going on a road trip, that's even better. But if you're just listen to it when you're doing the dishes or you're doing chores or vacuuming or something like that. Just get it into you.
Yeah, if it's a long read, just give 20 minutes, and that's about it.
Sometimes they break it up for you too. So a book will take you 10 hours to read, so they break it up into hour-long parts. So there's been times I've been listening to books while I slept, and then
it's funny you say that because I remember. Are you familiar with the YouTube channel Yes Theory?
Yes Theory?
Yeah.
No, I'm familiar with a bunch of other theory channels, but not Yes Theory. What's Yes Theory?
Okay, basically, it's part travel, part documentary, part everything.
Okay.
There was this gentleman from Denmark. He basically had literally there's a 2-hour movie about it on Yes Theory. Definitely worth watching.
Okay.
He wanted to do a triathlon.
Okay.
In Antarctica.
Ooh, okay.
And I was like, I was reading up about it, and I was like, you want to do what?
And he was never seen again.
He succeeded.
No way. He didn't get hypothermia or pneumonia or...
I would imagine he did.
Penguin fucking...
I would imagine he did, but it's just... No, it's just, I didn't watch it completely. I took breaks because I had to.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 hours long.
You still have his toes?
I hope so.
Still have his fingertips?
I hope so.
Frostbite?
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I get you did the bike part. You did the marathon part. That stuff on land, that's easy.
No, don't say it. You're going to say wet, aren't you? You're going to say water.
And I'm wondering, I'm wondering to myself, okay, you did all that stuff. I mean, I can understand you did that. And he
Oh.
he did the swimming part first. Then he did the bike part second, and then he did the marathon part last. And I was
Wow.
wondering, because he left a port in South America,
Okay. Yep.
and he went down to Antarctica.
Have
And
to.
because this
That's how
was
it works.
not done, I was like, how can you do this? And they talked to a lot of extreme athletes that did this type of thing, and they're trying to figure out, if we can figure out the water part, then yeah. And it's just some triathletes did not want to even get near that. And,
No, that sounds like a torture chamber of a triathlon.
oh, he tortured himself to.
You have to. That's not nice. He was probably shaking like a dog shitting razor blades when he got out of the water, and then he hops on the bike and warms himself up, and then by the time he's like doing the running part, he's like sweating and probably getting like pneumonia in his lungs.
And it's just they brought the right amount of food because they were going to be there for however long they can to get this done.
Yep.
They brought enough first aid equipment. They had some help from either the Argentinian Navy or the Chilean Navy. I can't remember which.
Damn.
And they were in the distance, so they told them what was going on, and they said, okay, keep us posted because you're literally our closest jurisdiction.
Yep.
And I watched this whole thing, and I could not believe he did it. And he did it successfully.
Humans can do some impressive things when they're like,
and
put their mind to it.
yeah, that's what he did. And Yes Theory gave him a sizable donation to help with funding and stuff. It's like it is literally one of the most ambitious things I've seen anybody ever do.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's just with Antarctica, unless you're going there as a scientist,
Yeah.
that's about the only reason to go there.
Yep.
Outside of that, a triathlon race is not a good reason to go to Antarctica. I wouldn't do it because I don't know how to swim. I could probably get the marathon part done right.
Biking's easy.
The biking part I could probably get done if they're okay with me falling off the bike a bunch of times. But it's just
Black ice.
you're going on terrain that you don't know if there's going to be like a crevasse and you
Yeah,
fall down.
exactly, right? I saw that movie, The Thing, where they fall into the crevasse. That's just nasty. And there's like movies where people fall in the crevasses and they're never seen again until years later when they find the body.
The water part kind of bugs me because
Killer whales, killer seals, killer penguins.
it's not so much the penguins, it was the seals that they had to be worried
They're
about.
dirty. They're nasty. They'll kill.
Yeah, and it's just you wearing a black wetsuit, that's going to look very appealing to a seal.
Yep.
It would also be appealing to a shark, appealing to a whale, because a whale will think,
Killer whales, they're all over Antarctica.
yeah, they'll think, ooh, we have a penguin.
Big penguin, that'll feed me for a while.
And it was like literally the biggest test of human endurance that anybody has known to man. And I just couldn't believe he did this and he succeeded. That's just going to go straight to voicemail. I will answer it once this is done.
We've been going for about an hour and a half.
This is nice.
Still not done, but that's what happens when you're smoking a good stogie. It takes a while.
And also, not only that, we discuss other things.
Of course.
Not just the cigar. The cigar we discuss, but we discuss other things. And it's just, yeah, like I said, I just couldn't believe he did this. But he was at a
I'm impressed. Yes theory is what you said it was.
Yeah. But he was at a point in his life where he just wasn't happy with things in his life. And he just thought, you know what? Fuck it.
I want to be known as the guy that survived Antarctica's triathlon.
Oh,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah. And since then, it's sort of given him sort of the jump that he needs to do more stuff. And it's kind of like we all need to do that stuff, just to do something like that, just to say, okay,
here I am, God, world, and I did this.
Yeah, if I can do this, I can do something else.
Yep.
And it's not going...
Or anything, really.
Yeah. It's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the longest video we've done.
No, we've done 2-hour-long videos.
No, we have. No, that one didn't get uploaded.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I remember you told me that one didn't get uploaded.
Yeah, I made... Now...
Something happened with the sound, or...
No.
Something happened with...
No, it just took too damn long to load. And, yeah, that's a video, unfortunately, you're never going to see.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. If we get back to... I think it was L'Atelier we smoked.
Is that what it was?
Might have been. I can't remember.
I think it was like a green-red band.
No, no.
No?
I think it was one. I think it was a French named cigar, L'Atelier.
Trying to remember the bands. That's how I remember most of these things.
It was black and gold, if I remember.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have two different cigars. We smoked one of them. That one made video. The other one just did not. But I do have other cigars in mind that I wouldn't mind trying.
Well, I should hope so.
Oh yeah.
There's so many. There's so many. They just keep making them. We got to keep smoking them.
When we can. And also there are some cigars that I've tried that I never want to try again.
It happens. There's some bad stogies out there.
Oh.
Luckily you haven't brought one into my house, but...
Oh, the last one I smoked, it was so god awful. I got dropped off after work at Oxford and Richmond, and I thought, you know what, I'll smoke this on the way to the court. I'm gonna have a walk. The weather was nice. It was literally one of the worst things I've ever smoked. Like, it was so bad that thinking, I'm done with this. I'm going to Stobie's to try to kill the bad aftertaste, and it didn't really do much. Their slice of pizza really didn't do anything. The pizza alone, depending where you get it, it's good. It's just, this just didn't help. And it's
That's
just
unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because like, there's one pizza shop I just don't want to get pizza from anymore, because when I started working at a certain mall, they had a pizza shop there because it was cheap and it was budget friendly. After like nearly 10 years of their pizza, it's just
overdose.
It's just, there's better pizzas out there. It doesn't matter where you get it. Myself,
Have you tried Red Swan pizza?
I've been wanting to.
Do it. Do yourself. Treat yourself. I promise you will not be disappointed.
I'll remember that. One pizza that's always been my go-to is because of a multitude of reasons. One, I have an account with them. That's
all you need.
Yeah. The other one is just I've never had a bad experience ordering a pizza from them, and that's Domino's.
Yep.
The last pizza I ordered from them, it was just between me and my dad, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna order a pizza. You okay with it? And he said, sure.
Yeah. I don't really do the pizzas anymore. I'm a little more lactose intolerant in my old age, so what we do is we get the pasta bowls and the desserts.
Those are pretty good.
They're great.
Yeah.
They get the job done.
And yeah, it's just it was a large pizza, triple pineapple, extra cheese, extra ground beef, extra mushrooms, extra pepperoni, and when you get to the menu option of what you want to add to it, and they say oregano seasoning, you said, yeah, go ahead and do that, because it's just going to enhance the pizza. And it was expensive as hell, but I'll say this much.
Good.
It was definitely money well spent.
Excellent.
And my dad said, because he would always get pizza from Pizza, and
yeah, they're not really my thing anymore. Well, I should try it. I haven't eaten it in a while.
And it's just, this is a better pizza than Pizza. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason why I order this. Not all the time, but when I want to, yeah. And yeah, no real issue there. So I thought it was, for me personally, one of the best pizzas I've ordered.
Nice.
But there's some people out there that, for whatever reason, in their warped minds, don't like pineapples.
No, I'm a big fan of it.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here. If
You ever notice that, like, when you're at a party and you order, like, pizza for everybody and, like, okay, guys, what do you want?
We've had this
And
discussion.
then they'll be like,
yes.
yeah, and they say, ew, Hawaiian, and then, well, I like it, so we're ordering it for me then, and sure enough, I get one damn slice out of it. And it's like, what the hell? I thought you guys hated it. You guys are lying to me.
Hey, that whole thing about fruit not belonging on pizza, that's a load of bunk, because it's...
Here's something, fruits and vegetables, there's no such thing as vegetables, apparently. Vegetables is a cooking term used to differentiate from sweet and plain. So, like, there are no vegetables. Everything's a fruit. Everything's a fruit.
Yeah, and it's just, I've said this to a lot of people that don't like pineapples. You're saying fruit don't belong on a pizza. Saying that tomatoes, which is a fruit, should not belong on pizza.
Yep.
Also, not only that, if you order any kind of pepper, those don't belong on there. So you really can't have it.
Olives.
Olives are another thing,
Yep.
which is, anything that produces a seed is a fruit.
Yep.
And it's kind of a really bad argument.
It really is.
And I've said this a bunch of times as an Italian, that pineapple will always belong on pizza.
Yep.
And I've also stated that the matter is settled and closed.
It's true.
Ugh. This isn't bad. You still stand by your rating about...
I'd give it a 6.
Okay, yeah, and I'm about 6.5 to a 7 on this.
Yep.
Yeah, overall, it's not a bad cigar. It's pretty decent. Would I smoke it again? Well, because it's a limited edition one.
I grab one more just for the sake of it and then have it for later.
I don't know. They have other cigars in their catalog that I've tried. I tried a barber pole cigar from them.
Okay.
That was pretty decent. I tried a few other ones. Those were decent as well. This one, I don't know if I would go out of my way to get it again, even though I give it a much higher rating than you did. Overall, it's not bad.
But it's not the best.
But still, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it over, bud.
No worries. No worries. If there's any more cigars I grab, I'll make sure I remember to keep them set aside. And if I do go out later tonight, I'm going to make sure I prep them before going out, because I have no idea what temperatures will be like later tonight.
Yeah, check the weather report before you head out.
Oh, always.
Always.
Yeah. It's been a very weird winter.
It has. I think it's like almost starting. I swear, before I die, there will be snow in August.
I could picture that in
Couple years, decade probably.
possibly, but it's just the way the weather's been. I remember the last trip I made to Toronto. You remember the thing I mentioned to you about the steps I would usually get?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went, last year I went to check out the Dali exhibition.
Yep.
That was an incredible thing to see his work.
No doubt. I'm a fan of his too.
And after that was done, I decided to go check out Slayer Burger.
Okay.
Nice restaurant. There's only 3 of them in Toronto, but the location-wise, very hard to get to, because there's only 3 locations. I went to the closest one to me. I walked past Bearsky Park, walked past this bridge. I was in the part of Toronto nearby the Opera House.
Okay.
That's where the closest location was. I went in there. I had thoughts about ordering Wagyu beef burger, and I was I had thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
And when I saw the other options, I was like, I like Wagyu beef, but it's going to be heavy and it's going to wear me down. I ended up getting some beef brisket burger there.
Ooh.
Macaroni bites, and I had to get some of their beer. The one thing I like about their beer is their price points per can is $6.66. So I was like, yeah, that's about as...
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll grab a pint. And
I'm a heathen.
yeah, the food was fantastic. If you're in Toronto, you got to check out Slayer Burger. It's personal endorsement.
Yeah.
But
we're not getting money for this.
Yeah, and I'd rather have them get money for this. If anyone in Slayer Burger is watching, if not, I don't really care, and I'm sure you don't really care. But no, it's just after I finished that burger, and I stepped outside, I was thinking about to myself, do I walk back to where I was? And it was like, no, it's impossible. I just can't do this. I called an Uber and I just told the guy, drop me off at that Bear Ski Fountain, and then from there I'll walk.
Yep.
And I'm not joking. It was such a difficult day to walk downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
I struggled to do 30,000 steps. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot in downtown Toronto that I like to see. But unfortunately, when it becomes so unbearably humid and hot, you have
take
to
your health into consideration.
You gotta look after your health, because that kind of heat that day, there was just not enough water used that you can take to quench your thirst.
Yep.
I did check out a few other cigar shops because I'm making a point of looking for other cigar shops to check out. I figure it's a good idea. If I'm going to Toronto, they're going to have decent cigar shops.
They better.
Yeah. Casablanca Cigars, excellent cigar shop. Metro Cigars, outstanding. Also, not only that, the one cigar shop on Spadina, Correnti's, you must check them out.
Yeah, I think you plugged them before.
But here in town, we only have just the two. The one where I got these from, Barbacoa, excellent selection. They also have...
Right down the street from me.
Yeah, they also have their own coffees like any cigar shop would, but the one thing that separates them from the other is they have men's grooming products.
Yeah, you were saying they had fragrances and stuff, right?
I don't remember fragrances, but they do have really nice men's grooming products.
Nice.
Like, normally I would get that kind of stuff from my own sources, but maybe one day, when I'm in Barbacoa, I will look at their men's grooming products. I would be looking more for shaving cream more than anything. And it's just, even with men's grooming products, if you have to invest a little bit more money into it just for that kind of thing, by all means do it.
Yep.
Because you got to look after yourself, and plain and simple.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. I bought shaving cream that was priced out at about anywhere from $20 to $30. So, and you don't need much. You just need a little bit.
Yeah, lasts you a while.
Yeah, and there's one There's one shaving cream I wish I could get again. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore at my tailor shop. But he decided to discontinue it, so I'm not losing any sleep over it. If I'm gonna get it, I will get it. But it's just, again, like I said, I'm not losing any sleep over it. He found another company that's Canadian that's he's got in his shop. They're I can't remember the name of it, otherwise I'd make mention of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent for the size of the container, and I've had no issues with it, and I have no problem popping in saying, dude, hook me up with this, and basically just shoot a conversation here and there, and that's kind of about it. Yeah, overall, yeah, like I said, I'm leaning towards 6.5 to 7.
Yep. It's not a bad little stogie. It gets the job done.
Yeah, it's decent.
I'm definitely gonna sleep good today, that's for sure.
No kidding. I'm gonna probably grab lunch somewhere downtown, and then
burger.
I don't know if I'm gonna be that far north. By the time I get towards where I want to go, take care of some bills, take care of a few other things. I haven't even decided if I want to stop by over at Shelby's or someplace around the area. What time is it? Just checking. 2:14.
2:14.
I may stop by. I don't know. I may stop by over at the Bird.
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, it's the only way to go about it.
No.
Have you been to Tilt lately?
Not recently, but I was there last, I don't know, I want to say January.
I went there for the first time in a long time this past earlier this week. Normally I would order food from them when I'm there, but their kitchen wasn't open, and I already ate, so it really didn't serve me any point into spending money on food that I just didn't feel it was necessary.
I just go there to drink and play video games, really.
Yeah, that's...
Like, I'll get a stack of fries or like a hot dog or something, but I don't really go there for the food.
I like to go there early in the week when everyone's in school.
Yeah.
I find that's the best time to go.
Actually, I find the best times after 10. I think they don't like kids in after 10. I could be wrong.
I know,
I
but...
might be thinking of something else. I might be thinking of Rec Room.
No, it's not that. Actually, yeah, after 10, kids probably won't be allowed there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, during the school week, I like going there 6, 7, 8, right around that time, play some games for a few hours. If I'm there for a bit, order some food, order some drink. And their door cover is, like, reasonable.
Yeah, it's like $5.
It's now 7.
What? Oh.
7 is still good, though. Yeah, I think
Well, I'm done.
Yeah. Grab one more puff.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been our cigar connoisseur video.
Yep. Yeah, this one wasn't bad. It was decent. Like he said, he's gonna sleep well. Myself, I just need...
Well, now it's time to eat.
Yeah. For me, I just need to head back to the core, grab some food. Need to figure out where food should be from.
Yep.
And then from there, head home and rest for a bit.
Yep. Start your day anew tomorrow.
Well, everything's closed.
Oh, it's a holiday tomorrow.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Theaters are still open. I think I'm gonna go see the new Godzilla Kong movie with Teresa.
I saw the Godzilla film that was done in Japan.
Oh, wasn't that amazing?
That was
won an
outstanding.
Oscar, $15 million, and it looked like that. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I saw that in theater.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I'll say this: anytime you watch Godzilla, you gotta make sure it's done in Japan.
Yep.
Because you want to avoid the tragedy that was Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah, no one does.
No one talks about
Yeah, and those that do,
Shame. For shame.
yeah, walk away.
Yep.
Even the soundtrack, if I recall, was terrible.
Hated it.
So yeah, that kind of concludes things.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned a lot, and enjoy your next cigar.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and if there's a cigar you want us to look up, we'll try to find it. Cheers.